Our goal during tube weaning is to get your child back to the family table and develop a happy and healthy relationship with food and mealtimes. It's such an essential part of parent-child interactions, and to get to watch that blossom or return, if it was ever there, is just the most rewarding thing. Children become tube dependent for a variety of different reasons. Often in the beginning of their lives or after a medical event, they really truly need a feeding tube to keep them safe and healthy and growing in the way that they need to.
Feeding tubes themselves, although they can save lives and promote growth, at some point they also start to become negative.
So when the medical conditions that made the tube necessary no longer exist, it's important to move towards weaning the child off the feeding tube.
They need help so that they can eat normally like everybody else, especially when the skills are in place, or they have the potential for the skills to be in place. They need some support and assistance to understand why the tube isn't enough anymore.
Feeding and meal times is a really important social and emotional time for children and for families. It's where a lot of information about life and life lessons and just about family connection is taking place. And when children are missing out on that, they're missing out on that big emotional component. When a child's evaluated by Spectrum Pediatrics for a tube weaning readiness, they're always evaluated by two professionals from two different disciplines, typically speech therapy and occupational therapy. We find that that combination is a really comprehensive view at the child's readiness and ability to successfully wean off the feeding tube. All of our therapists that participate in the tube weaning program are not only very passionate about the work that they do, but they're very skilled in the work that they do. They have advanced degrees in the therapy that they're providing, and they've specialized in feeding and tube weaning.
We are with children and families 3 to 5 times a day to engage in natural eating environments, in the living room, at the table, at a restaurant, at a park. It's not a situation where the child is taken out of the room and the family watches behind a mirror. It's everybody eating together as socially appropriately as possible. And we do work with a physician who's comfortable and familiar with the family to help with the medical parameters. We also often collaborate with teachers and different therapists so that we can create a plan that's really ideal, safe, and successful for the child. During the tube weaning itself, we're working directly with parents. We do that because children should be learning how to eat with their moms and dads. The home environment is where kids learn to eat. Every other child gets to learn to eat in a home where they're safe with their families.
And when a child's learning to do something that's challenging or new for them, it's always best if they can do it in the most relaxed environment possible.
It is very important to help families heal from the past experiences, and the best way I believe to do that is to come together through family mealtime experiences.
Food needs to have meaning for them to want to eat. And for many of the children we're working with, it just doesn't. They've been dependent on their feeding tubes for their whole lives, and they really don't understand what food is. And if they understand much of anything about it, often it's associated with things like work or discomfort. We need to hit the reset button and establish some understanding of what food is, that it can make you feel really good, that it can help your engine run, but also that it's to be trusted.
I believe very strongly that this works because it addresses the whole child.
When we see a child successfully get back to the family table and leave tube dependency in the dust, we know that we're setting them up for a lifetime of health.